Today I'm going to show you how I use a very simple way to flatten a nested list. Okay, let's go to online Python. I use this one because it is a very simple tool that you can test your idea. Let's say if I want to convert a complicated list to a simple list. So this one is very complicated, right? And I just want to keep the individual item, right? Let's print the simple list. You can either press this run or press F8. So this is the simple list, right? So in order to do this, I have two methods. The first method that I use is a recursion method. I have a Jupyter notebook on GitHub, and you can download it and use that function to perform this task. Go to my GitHub, Python beginner, and then scroll down to this one, Jupyter, can't remember, it's align something, Jupyter.align, this one. You can download the raw file, or you can just copy the function here. This is the recursion method that you can look up from the internet, okay? I have the function, and let me just call the method one. Highlight that, shift double quote, okay? Just make it a comment. For the method one equals flat list, and then the nested variable becomes the complicated list. I just put in that. And if you print the F string, use the curly brace to wrap around method one, and then just call it method one. And then I use a curly brace to put in type and then method one, F8. Oh, typo. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is a flattened form of the complicated list. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, let me just do method two, highlight that, shift double quote, okay, make it a comment. And for method two, make this list a string and then get rid of all these open, close, square bracket and change the single quote to a double quote, okay? In order to do this, use pprint and import the save wrapper function, okay? This one, save wrapper, and then parse the list, complicated list. Okay, just copy this one and then change it to method two. When I press F8, you see this big chunk of thing is the same as the complicated list, right? But the type is not a list, it is string. Change this to complicated list, and I'm going to show you the difference. Complicated list, F8. So this one, they look the same, but the complicated list is a list. And this method two is a string, which is just text. Okay, so in order to make a complicated list look like the simple list, just get rid of all the open and close square bracket. To do this, simply dot replace, and then replace the open square bracket, replace it with a blank. So that means just get rid of that. You can use the regular expression, but here I'm just showing you the quick and dirty way to get to it. Okay, get rid of the close square bracket, and I need to replace the single quote with a double quote. Okay, so in order to put in a single quote, I need a double quote to wrap around the single quote. Replace it with a double quote. So I need a single quote to wrap around a double quote. Okay, so let's press F8 and see what I get. So you see ABC, ABC, DEF, okay, something like that. It looks almost the same as the method one, right? The simple list. Yeah, actually I should call this a simple list. It's easier to read, okay? So just call it or simple list. F8. So the simple list just looks like this one. But we need an open and close square bracket, right? In order to make it easier, let me just create method 3. Okay, just make it easier to read. So I put in the F string open and close square bracket, and then in between we put in a curly brace to wrap around method 2. Okay, so if we print method 3 and press F8, we have this, right? This one, the method 3 looks almost the same as the simple list, but one is a list and one is a string. In order to turn method 3 to a list, simply use JSON's load function. So let's say if I put rows and then wrap around this one, F8. And now method 3 is a list, which is a flattened form of the complicated list. Okay, hope it helps. Ciao.